Hi viewers, today in this video we are going to see conditional statements in Python, which is also one of the control flow. That is, we have seen it as selection statements in the last video. So in conditional statements, the statements gets executed based on a condition, right? The statements under each criteria gets executed when the condition becomes true. So this we are going to execute in Python with three models given here: a simple if construct or an if else construct and a multiple if construct. So what is simple if? So in simple if, we will just give the condition followed by if it is true, if the condition evaluates to true, the statements are executed. That's it. And the second type, if else. So here, if condition followed by statement. Otherwise, that is, if the condition becomes false, you can also execute some other statements. See the difference? In the first if the condition is true, only for the true part, there are certain statements gets executed. Otherwise, there is nothing going to be executed. In this second case, it will evaluate the condition. If the condition becomes true, then the following statements after if, which is coming under this indented part, gets executed. Else, what do you mean by else? Otherwise, if the condition is not true, if the condition is false, then the statements following this else part will get executed. Okay, let us see this with example. So let's get a number. You know how to get a number using input function along with int conversion. So enter number, I'm prompting, right? So now you are going to give your if. How do you decide a number is positive or negative? In this program, we are going to print if the given number is positive or negative. So we basically mathematically decide if the number is greater than 0, then we say it is a positive number. Print positive number, right? Only this much we are going to do. This is a simple if, example of simple if. Let us run this module. Right, it's asking enter number. I've given a positive number. It says positive number. Whereas again I run it. Now in this case, I'm not going to give a positive number. I gave a negative number, but it didn't print anything because we did not give any statement which has to be executed if the condition goes false. Now the condition is not met, right? Your -4 is not greater than 0. So this condition is false. If the condition is false, it will not enter this if part. It comes to the end of the program. So now let us see with the same example how to print it as a negative number. So let us say else print negative, right? We have given if condition. So if the condition is true, it comes here and prints positive number. If this condition is false, it comes to the else part automatically and prints it is negative number. Now let us run this code. Enter number. So let me give a negative number. It is negative. Now let me run the code again. Now let me give a positive number. It's positive, right? Now here also there is a small mistake. What happens if we give 0? Do you know? 0 is neither positive nor negative, but still it is getting negative as the result. Why? Because 0 greater than 0 is false. 0 is not greater than 0. So when the condition is false, automatically it is going to the else part and it is printing negative. So we have to take care of this condition also by giving one more if. to decide exactly what is a negative number. So let us just alter this code by giving one more if condition. So the second if, that is if the first part fails, then only it comes to the second part. Okay, so second if is going to be given as elif. It's a short form of else and if. Else plus if together, you call it elif in Python. So elif is less than 0, then we can say it is negative. So in this, the third condition, that is it is neither greater than 0 nor less than 0, definitely it's going to be equal to 0. So no need to check L if n is equal to 0. Directly in else you can give it is 0, right? Or you can say it is neither positive nor negative, right? Now let us run this code and then give and enter number. You're going to give 0. It's neither positive nor negative. Do you understand? Again, I'm running it. I'm giving a negative number. It's negative. Again, I run it. Positive. So do you understand? If we have started with simple if by giving a simple condition, and we have updated the program slowly. So we have learned to use if, and then how to give the second condition elif, and if both of them are false, automatically it falls to the else part. It checks the first condition. If that is false, then only it comes to the elif. Even if that fails, that is even if this condition is also false, then it comes to the else and prints. Understand? Suppose if the first condition is true, it gets into this prints positive number and then directly comes out of if. It no more checks the second elif or else. Okay, any one of these statements only will be executed. So as the first condition is true, automatically it quits after executing the statements following if. You can give more than one statement also under if with the same indentation. For example, I want to print that number. So let me give print n, right? And then what is that? Like that you can update it for the other part of the program also. So I'll show you one more example giving a positive number. You can see the number also got printed as well as saying it's a positive number. You can give it in one single print statement also, but I wanted to show you an example where you can give more than one statement under this if part. Okay, so now let us continue with multiple if statements. So multiple if, already we are using multiple if. So when you use more than one if, you call it multiple if. So here you have used one elif. So like this, as many conditions you have, that many elifs you can give. And finally, if none of them are true, you can give a else statement. We are going to see that with a marks calculation program, which we already did in one of the previous video, right? So we have already calculated total and average. So let's run this code first to calculate total and average. So with English max and science mark taken as input, you are calculating total marks and average mark and printing it. So here we are going to decide and print the grade based on average. So let us imagine if it is above 90, then it is A grade, above 80 is B grade, above 70 is C grade. Okay, so when we have the conditions like that, how are we going to calculate grade? So the first condition is if average is greater than 90, that is from 91 to 100 is going to be A grade. Print grade A, right? Similarly, L if average is greater than, let's take four conditions, 70, print grade B. Press backspace to go to the beginning. Okay, you have to give elif in the same line where if is given. Average is greater than 50. Let's make it grade C. Remember, any one of these if statements is going to be executed, not all of them. Whichever criteria is satisfied, only that part will get executed. So you can see here how many ifs we are using. Main if followed by 3 elifs. So 4 ifs. Average is greater than 35. Let's say grade C. Sorry, it's D. And if none of the four conditions are true, that is, it's going to be less than 35, less than or equal to 35, then you give else, print grade E, right? So this is your if statement. You are getting the marks, finding total, right? Finding average, and based on the average, where is your average? In the variable ABG. Whichever variable you are using it for average, based on which you are going to calculate the grade, that you will be checking in the criteria. So if that average calculated is greater than 90, you will print grade A. If the average calculated is greater than 70, it will print grade B. If it is greater than 50, it will print grade C. If it is greater than 35, it will print grade D. Otherwise, it comes grade E. Any one of these, if otherwise this else, only will get executed. If the first condition fails, then it comes to the second. Then it comes to the third. Even if this fails, then it comes to the fourth. Even if this fails, then only it comes to else. If suppose a student has got 71 as average, so it checks whether 71 greater than 90. No. Directly comes to next elif. 71 greater than 70. Yes. Print grade B. Directly comes to the end of if statements. Got it? Now let us execute this code. Grade B, we have not opened the codes. Let us run this code again. So I'm giving marks for English, Maths and Science. Average is 76, which is greater than 70. So your grade B got printed, not any other grade. Understood? So hope you understood multiple if statements. So with this, we have learned conditional statements in Python, learning simple if and how to give multiple conditions using multiple if. So with this, the next video will have some more examples of conditional statements before we proceed to loops. Bye for this video.